And some residents in one barangay in Laurel, Batangas refused to evacuate despite the threat of another eruption. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro joins us from on the ground for the details. Jacob, how's it going over there?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm here right now in Barangay Buso-buso in Batangas. And according to Philbox, the volcanic activities they're picking up are earthquakes and huge emission of sulfur dioxide emission. But the real threat to the residents is the large amount of sulfur dioxide from Taal. In fact, after staying here for 1 to 2 hours, I'm actually having a hard time breathing because my throat is becoming a little itchy and I felt a little dizzy. But overall, I'm fine. Unlike the other residents here who are experiencing fevers and are throwing up. Now, majority of the residents of Barangay Buso-buso were already evacuated, but many of the fishermen and their families chose to stay. For example, like Jerry Gullon, a fisherman we interviewed earlier, caught 29 kilos of fish, where he will earn a profit of 500 to 1,000. And I'm going to show you a view right now. These are all of the fishing boats used by the fishermen earlier today. There were a lot of fish. It's important to take note that Jeremy Gullon and the other fishermen here in Buso-buso are just one of the many fishermen taking their chances with a possible eruption of Taal so they can feed their family.
Feeling the LGU down there, is the local government taking measures to ensure that all residents in that area will be evacuated? And what happens if the residents refuse to evacuate?
Yes, they're actually taking actions. We spoke with Laurel, Laurel City Hall earlier, and they said they already evacuated the 3 barangays who are in the 7-kilometer danger zone. And they already evacuated 1,100. Now, they started evacuating last night at 7 p.m. and not all of them were evacuated. So what they will do is they will come back again tonight. They will come back again today to check on these barangay to make sure that there's no single soul left, because that's what they assured earlier, that as long as there's still a person here in these areas, they will keep on coming back so that they can take them again. Now, many of the fishermen in the evacuation center can actually come back to the lake so they can fish from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. But some of the fishermen, like the one I spoke to earlier, chose to stay, not the detention center.
All right, well, will the residents that evacuated, did they take all their belongings? Did you see that happening? What about the animals? I'm assuming that there are farm animals there, apart from domestic animals, that they were indeed left the last year in January with the first eruption. What's going on with them now?
Yes, you are correct. Actually, there are animals, farm animals, and even pets that were left in the homes of the residents. I wasn't able to personally visit it earlier, but I was told by the residents and the local LGU here that that's what happened. These residents, actually, when we came to the one of the evacuation centers earlier, they regretted not being able to bring many of the things that they actually needed, because in the evacuation centers, they were provided with the food, but they weren't able to bring any pillows or sheets or mattresses, so they're really sleeping on the cold ground, although they were provided a mat that they can use. And again, these residents in the evacuation centers can come back in the window period of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. so they can take care of their livelihood here, such as feeding of their farm animals and check up on their homes.
All right, thank you so much for all those updates. Please stay safe there in Taal. That was Jacob Lazaro joining us live from Laurel in Batangas.